played various roles in the modernization and growth of architecture in Houston. Houston women have been present in the industry as early as the 1920s. Most of their advancements have been seen in the areas of interior design, since it has been the most approachable for women during most of the 20th century. Many women use this as a leverage to make their mark on the bigger design, ultimately making a larger impact. Sally Walsh is one of these trailblazers who not only made an impact on the scene in Houston, but also became known nationally. Walsh is credited with bringing modern design to Houston. Though not trained in architecture nor design, she learned from the renowned Hon Knowles of Knoll, serving as his assistant. He felt she made the perfect assistant because she was a blank slate. Walsh did everything from walking Knoll's dog to writing correspondences, but her traveling and meeting with other firms and having access to the latest designs and fabrics allowed her to develop into a holistic designer. When Walsh arrived in Houston from Chicago in 1955, she had intended to open a Knoll showroom, bringing modern designs to a rapidly growing business scene. But Hon Knowles' sudden death halted her plans. Though she had to start back at ground zero, Walsh eventually became a partner at S.I. Morris Architects, a prominent Houston firm where she made some of her greatest strides. Many of her major contributions in Houston included the Transco Tower offices, Lehman Brothers offices, and the Jones Building of the Houston Public Library. Walsh began revolutionizing the interiors in corporate Houston during the 1950s, but many of her contributions for the modernization of Houston were eclipsed by those of Gerald D. Hines, the developer magnate credited with modernizing Houston's architectural scene largely during the 1970s. She not only aided in Houston's modernization, but she also served as a role model for other women in Houston. Walsh was considered quick-witted and outspoken, refusing to hold back her individuality. Both her male and female colleagues took notice, and many of her co-workers strove to emulate her. Walsh said of her life's work, "When I walk through the buildings of Houston today and find good contemporary design, whether or not I had a hand in it, I find myself taking credit, because on this specific turf, it flourished with my help."